Hello and welcome to Boats and Engines. It's been a while, busy with family and stuff, and family and work obviously comes before YouTube, but I've got a little spare time, so I thought we'd crack on with this bad boy. So what I'm going to be trying to do today is first of all remove this windscreen if I can, just very carefully. I don't want to crack it, it is quite crazed, but I want to save it if I can. I want to get this off for two reasons. One, to straighten the aluminium. Two, when we try and lift this deck off, I'm going to do it in my carport probably, and I need as much height as possible, so it'll help with that, and it'll probably get damaged lifting the deck off. Next we've got to try and to split the hull and deck, try and get this rubber edging strip off. Now the way this is normally fixed on is underneath this rubber thing, which is petrified and turned to plastic. If you peel that open, it should be screwed through. This deck laps over the hull, and it would normally have screws going through onto a wooden backing glued into the hull underneath. If not, it might be riveted if it doesn't have a wooden backing. I think the problems we're going to come against is this is 50 years old now or more, and it's probably stainless steel screws, and they suffer with something called crevice corrosion, so they're probably, a lot of them probably snap off. Also, where it's obviously had damage on the rubber strip, somebody's just screwed straight through. I don't know if I can get to the head, and I don't know what we'll do about that, but first of all let's have a go at the screen and see if we can get this apart. Right, so first issue, the windscreen's held on with these brass screws, and they've got their, can you see that? They've got their heads bent over at the end, and then up underneath. Sorry about my sketchy filming, not that one. They're through there. I got one a bit loose, but I tried twisting another, whoa, holding pliers up here, and I don't know if I did that or not, probably, but I'm just going to do damage. So the best solution is just going to be to cut all these off with a grinder. It's two edge ones which I should be able to get out, and I think that's going to be our safest bet. So see if my extension cable reaches, and we'll cut all of those off. Come off all right. Had to grind everything. It's right. I'm sure I can source some. It's probably 1/4 inch brass screws, or M6. I would have thought it's about the same. So well, let's have a little look, see if we can get this rubber out off. I think I need to start the back where it's got this nice aluminium casting. See how that comes off. I don't know how it attaches round the transom. But we'll get everything out of the way and see what we can see. You might have to cut a slit of fiberglass along the back, I don't know, but let's have a look. Now I've got all of that out of the way, you can see how it goes together. So this biscuit tin type flange, so the deck just slides over the hull. Then this edge strip is screwed through. I had a look inside, there is some remnants of rotted wood glued to the inside, so it's probably screwed through here behind this. So the next job is to try and pick out this once was rubber strip but now is petrified. I don't know if I'll be able to save it. It would be nice to if I could, because it's... Right, I started getting these drywall screws out, and you can see this has obviously fallen off before, that's why they screwed through. Remnants of the old screws as well, absolutely hanging. So I don't think I'm going to unscrew. I don't know what, maybe have to grind the heads off and try and punch them through or something. We'll see, but I'll carry on going round, take this strip off and bring you back to show you what I find. It's going to be difficult because they're crappy rusty screws. It's come off. All I did was unscrew all the drywall screws or plasterboard screws, and I'm not joking. Focus. That is just a plasterboard screw. Here's the horror it's revealed underneath. I think they are just the remains of the screw heads. Just totally rotted away. So what I'll do is I'll probably put a flap disc on the grinder and just touch the head of each one of these and see if I can drift them out through, because the wood inside's absolutely rotten, so hopefully that will work. Yeah, on a couple of them you can see the sort of remains of a screw head. So we haven't got a problem with stainless steel crevice corrosion, they actually just use mild steel. Yeah, not pretty, but we'll get it out. See, there is a little crack here where that big dent was, but already the shape's coming back out, which is nice. Much less of a dent already. I don't think this is savable, sadly. I levered a bit of plastic out and it's just like brittle crap. Maybe I can just get that rubber bit from the inside, straighten it out. I don't know, I'll have a look. Let's see, have a measure. I don't want to really spend any money on this. I'm just trying to see what I can do without doing it. Obviously, fiberglass isn't free, but it's not expensive. So let's have a go at the strip on the other side. I managed to pull that one through just by grinding the head off. So I've gone quite deep because they're countersunk screws. I think that's the problem. And can you see what I'm doing? There we go. So we go do it round and do that on each one, I think would be released. Yeah, it's going to be a lot easier than drilling out each one. And like I say, this gets covered back up and I'll make sure I screw through in between where the original holes are next time. And I'll use, I don't know what's best, whether brass or stainless is best. I'll do some research. I think probably just stainless, but proper 316 grade.
Num 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 num. Me hungry. Hungry boat. Yum 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 yum.
Okay. Ugh. Is that disgusting? Yeah. Yeah.
Why's your boat full of snails? What?
This is the engine that I'm thinking of using on the boat. It's a Mercury 140 horsepower Tower of Power, also from 1973, exactly the same as the boat, I believe. I think when this came out, it was the most powerful outboard you could buy. It's got issues. Number 6 piston, or the lowest piston, has low compression. It's got 130 on the first 5, then I think it was 80 on the last one. I bought this about 2 years ago, and all I did was compression test it and sprayed a load of WD-40 into the board, so maybe it had a stuck piston ring, maybe that's come back, I don't know. We'll take the transfer ports off on a later video and have a little look. It is a short shaft and I need a long shaft, and it's got a massive crack in the gearbox, so that's had it. I do have this, don't know what it is, an 85 inline 4 perhaps, and I think the power heads have the same bolt pattern, so I think I can take the power head off of that nice 140 Tower of Power and put it onto this long shaft. The only difference is the gearbox on this one is a higher ratio, as in it turns the prop slower for every revolution, so it would need a very slightly coarser prop, but that's fine, and generally it's better condition. So yeah, hopefully I can build something out of the two of them. I've got piles and piles of parts for these, but then it's 50 years old, and saltwater use is everything in the UK, and they're not the most reliable engines in the world really. They're alright if you maintain them, but it's an old engine and quite highly strung. So yeah, we could get that looking really cool. I've got loads of different wraps and covers and stuff, and should be able to make something looking pretty cool. I really like, not this style, there's the older Merc 1000 style which hasn't got as many ribs, and we'll paint strip it and polish up stainless steel and make it look awesome. So yeah, hopefully we'll be using that, but maybe not. Well, that looks better. I'll have to get the hoover out to clean it up a bit more. But the stringers are actually fine, and the difference is the stringers are covered in chopped strand mat, whereas the floor, hold on, was just covered in this woven roving. You can, if I hold it up to the light, basically between the weave, the resin's just really thin, so it's just leaked straight through that onto the plywood floor. Wherever it's covered with woven roving, it's fine. In fact, the floor was solid right up to about here, but I just took it all out anyway. Those cross braces, they're rotten, they have to be changed. So what I'll probably do is just in the centre two stringers, to be sure, run a piece of marine ply alongside them and glass them in, just in case there's any rotten bits in there. I mean, where they're not covered, they're not great, they're still solid enough though. So yeah, better than I thought. So next job is to get this outside while it's nice and light and all the stuff's out of it. Try and flip it upside down to do the gel repairs underneath and give it a polish too while it's upside down. Then we'll come back to this, glass in strengtheners alongside the stringers, glass down a new floor, and flow coat inside of it. Again, transom looks great. Giving that a good poke and it's fine. So yeah, not as bad as I was expecting. So thank you very much for watching. Do me a favour and like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's a big help to me. I've got a bit more free time now, so the next episode should be pretty quick, within a couple of weeks. Well, you know what I'm like with my uploads, but it shouldn't be too long anyway. Yeah, thanks for hanging out with me today, and see you later guys. Bye bye.